I have something for you, too. Your job will be to head into Goblin territory and destroy the altar of Zulvar. We should have done that a long time ago. Even if we can't find the wizard, they won't be able to prove to the beast that they're worthy of training. You all have my permission to use any resources you need to complete your mission. Get the emperors involved, the clans, anyone you want. Just find and destroy the enemy. Meanwhile, I'll try to pull more information out of the totem. Get to work. The wizard grows stronger with each passing minute. As I concentrated, the force lines thickened, filled with energy, and became visible as a ball of fire the size of my fist. The mana I had available to me dropped by a fourth. Unlike the usual abilities the totem gave, working with pure energy came with a heavy cost. Though I appreciated the result. The small, deadly sun appeared just above my open palm to break all the laws of physics and magic alike. It was supposed to be impossible to make it without an ability. "Excellent," said Barks, shaman of the Brown Bear clan, as well as my father's grandfather. "Now, send it at the target. Hold it in your thoughts. Turn your palm toward what you're aiming at, and make the force lines do the work." I grinned and sent the lump of flames hurtling at the target, a mannequin 50 meters away. As it turned out, the 50/50 tattoo that remained on my shoulder as a reminder of my encounter with the totem let me interact with items even at that distance, but no further. The mannequin quivered, a singed hole appearing in it. "That about does it for our lessons." Barks promptly sat down on the ground, pulling a long pipe out of one of his many pockets. A few moments after a small spark leaped off the end of his index finger, he sank back happily into a cloud of smoke to lose himself in his thoughts. There was no sense talking with him. Even if I'd been able to shake him out of his stupor, I would have earned myself nothing more than a couple of cuffs to the head. It was a lesson I'd long since learned. Concentrating once again, I pulled up the list of abilities I had available to me and activated Homeward Bound. There was no way I wanted to walk all the way from the shaman's cave. A split second after the space around me swirled into a gray fog, I found myself in the palace's main hall. "Father." "Lando," I said, nodding to the two men, though they ignored me. The leader of the Brown Bear clan and the sixth heir to the throne were engrossed in a small board littered with odd figurines. As I'd found out, the game was called chess, and it had such complicated rules that I didn't even try to understand them. Memorize them? Sure. Understand them? Not a chance. "Buddy, wait up! I'll be there in a minute." Elrin was standing near the players, following their match with interest. He, unlike me, thoroughly appreciated the nonsense happening on the board. Yawning in boredom, I nearly snarled in frustration with myself, then forcing my thoughts to line up in order and going over to the board to figure out what was happening. Chess made the part of my brain work that many people didn't need and therefore saw atrophy. Take me, for example. Once again, a wave of rage hit me, though I was able to stifle it before it could rush out. What the totem had told me during my initiation came back, and I could tell for myself why something that strange was happening. Where I'd once been ruled by logic and common sense, emotions and impulse had the upper hand. Constant laziness, the necessity of going to war with myself, the unwillingness I felt to learn anything new, and the urge to get out of any real work. All of it was my lot in life thanks to the old leg. And that bothered me more than anything. There was nothing I could do about something that had become part of me. Lando won the game, though my father demanded a rematch. Even if it was a low-stakes victory, the heir liked beating my father, so he quickly agreed. I could only sigh and head out to test my launcher. One thing was for sure. Our spirit protector had given me a nice little toy, one that nobody could take away even in the palace. That was why the emperor was always surrounded by guards. They didn't want any